Hi, here we're going to show you how we can use our limit equilibrium method from Bentley's SVSLOPE in how we can import them in PLAXIS 2D for the finite element calculation. So of course we have to start the model in SVSLOPE. You can see here it's a slope stability analysis using ground anchors. We have different options here that we can see. So we have soil, we have ground anchors here, supports here, grouted tiebacks, several ones. And now let's start PLAXIS 2D. In order to import the SVSLOPE model, we have to start a new project and then go to the File menu and click on Import Solid Vision. Here we can select from the predefined models, or of course your own model, and select the file. It needs to be loaded, and then we can choose to import geometry only or all supported properties. So here we're going to first use the geometry only. And as you can see here, the whole model will be generated and we have the same slope with the grouted tiebacks. We can also import all supported properties. And when we do that, you can see the model being built up. Then the soil gets a color, same as the structural elements that we see here. And if we now put the two models side by side, you can see here that from the type manager that the grouted tiebacks, here noted in purple, are also have corresponding objects in PLAXIS 2D. You can see, for instance, here the bond strength and the out of plane spacing and the tensile capacity, and as well as the bonded length. These are all taken into account in the analysis in order to go to the PLAXIS 2D finite element calculation. You can see here the actual skin resistance, same as the bond strength and the actual maximum actual strength. And we can see here another example of a soil nail model done in SVSLOPE. So this one has two soil layers and horizontal soil nails. And when we use the import solid vision, we can just import it directly into PLAXIS 2D. You can see the models being generated along with all the soil nails. And it definitely, you can see here the resemblance because we use the same colors that we have in the SVSLOPE model in PLAXIS 2D. So this would be the result of this import. So we have the same models that we can now start to complete the input and run a finite element calculation. We can do this also for a more complex model. This is the DFI case anchors and micropiles 2D. It also has surface loads, end anchors and micropiles. And you can see these are all converted to equivalent objects in the PLAXIS 2D program for the same type of behavior. And here are the micropiles. And you can see here the load values, and the load values are the same, taking also into account the correct units. And for a geometrically more complex model, this is a mining model run in SVSLOPE 2D, and we can directly import this into PLAXIS 2D as well. And you can see this fairly complex model is being generated. And if we zoom in a little bit more, we can also see a bit more in the details and also on the different soil configurations and the fault lines there. So these will all be quickly imported into PLAXIS 2D using this new functionality. So now with Bentley's geotechnical analysis offering, we can combine the limit equilibrium analysis and the finite element calculation in PLAXIS.